Mongolian bull. Oh, and I can equip the things.
Yes. Your fire thing should be, yeah, there you go. Go back up though to your normal weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny's Blade Club.
Yeah, it does the same deal.
Why the Jewish staff had 2 slots on it and you can't like use any of them yet? That's really lame.
I mean, I guess I could go back and use it.
Yeah, but really though?
Oh, and I have perks. Sorry.
Yeah, you have perks now. Or ability.
Yep.
New ability upgrade. Increases damage or...
Flex attack up and stuff, flashing damage to target you without using special abilities. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
You don't get that though, you need 2 points for that.
Yeah, I know.
More damage you have suffered, the more powerful Jiu-Jitsu becomes.
I'm doing pretty good over that.
Yeah. Now you're going to be healing a lot too, so you're not going to be blowing off a lot.
I could swear.
Hey, no fighting in here.
It said something like, Howdy how.
Howdy how. I'm Mr. Hanky.
Towley. Ugh.
I think you break those jars.
The Towley ban. You remember that?
No.
God.
There's nothing now.
It reminds me of like, do you ever watch Studio 60?
Oh shit. What?
Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip? It was on the Sharking Show.
Yeah, I never saw it.
1 season long.
Yeah. West Wing was the first one. So.
Anyways, the coolest thing about it was there's or not the coolest thing, but there was this episode where, oh, but I don't want to use this, right?
Huh?
The summon.
No, don't use the summon.
So there's this episode where, to get around standards and practices, to be able to say Jesus Christ,
yeah,
they introduced Jesus Christ as a character in the sketch.
Nice.
It was pretty funny.
X.
Wow. It's a lot of fucking damage. And he's pissed.
Did we figure out what piss actually means?
I think it was in that patch. It's like they attack you with physical attacks.
Oh, it's also on fire?
Yeah.
Nice. I love the ranged attacks, dude. They get really awesome as you go on. Like I had at one point I had like I think it was a dodgeball.
Oh yeah.
It hit like 4 or 6 times.
Oh nice.
And it bounced, so it hit multiple characters, and it was like on fire, so it like sets them all on fire.
There we go. The thing we were originally coming here for.
Right. To get the gas mask. You also want to buy the book while you're here too.
The what?
The honey book.
Oh, okay.
You must be the new kid that moved to town.
Yeah, South Park chock full of things you want to shoot.
Well, my boy, you've come to the right place. South Park is chock full of things to shoot that would delight any taxidermist, survivalist, or weekend animal death enthusiast.
We did have someone shoot.
Ain't much I can sell to a minor, thanks to the stupid Democrats.
Alright,
The stupid Democrats. Wow, you can't do shit for them.
Gas mask.
Try the flare. Or the patches, yeah. Gain 2 PP when you block. It's really good. 10 now.
And the minus.
Yeah.
You kill anything of that guy, you come back and see old Jimbo and Nick.
Yeah.
Hunting is bragging about it to other hunters.
Yep.
Oh, 4 chickens. That's it, right? Nothing else?
I believe so, yeah.
Alright, so I just equip the gas mask.
Use gross out damage.
Hey, bring it back to the place.
Shut up, Butters. So, in high school, we actually had someone whose last name was Butters.
Oh, really?
Which, of course, meant we called him Butters.
Yep. Naturally.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And then we had another friend who, like, I forgot why he wanted one, but like, it was at some point, and he like really wanted to have a nickname. So, like, he was like going around trying to get a nickname, and like we just didn't really want to play along. And so instead of giving him like, holy crap.
Yep.
Instead of giving him like a nickname, like a more traditional type nickname,
Right.
we called him. We were watching this episode of Iron Chef, and the competitor's name was Sujiguchi-san,
Yeah.
and so we just called him Sujiguchi-san.
Butters is dead.
But it was like the funniest thing ever. You know what? This bow is pretty fucking powerful.
You're not waiting on me, are you?
It's weird. It doesn't say that he's weak to the bow. Like, he is weak to it because we hit him and counted, but
Maybe he's like weak to the fire.
that's what I mean though.
Leave me alone.
Well, maybe it only says weak. Like the fire isn't an attribute of the bow. Maybe. Well, maybe that's how they just.
But that's the case with the melee weapon. And it says he's
Oh,
weak
that's a
to
good
it.
point. Who knows? You're like, this old game doesn't work perfectly.
Yep. Not that old, but still.
How old is it? I think
3
it
years?
Oh, okay. That's
3 or 4?
For some reason, I thought this was much older, and I just like never played it.
How old is it? Now I want to know. Because if I say 3 or 4, but then PlayStation 4's been out for a while, like 2 years.
It's true. This game just feels a little bit older, just
Yeah.
because a lot of the like Man Bear Pig is an old joke. Al Gore is a really old joke.
March 2014.
Wow.
To be fair, though, they did start this game much earlier than that. Do you remember the controversies like with this game?
No.
It took forever to get this game made because it was like, it was worked on by like 3 or 4 different studios over time.
Wow.
Because the studios kept getting like closed down or not making progress. It wasn't until THQ got sold. When they went under.
No.
Yeah, they went under back when this game was still in development, and then it got bought up by other companies. And then someone got I forgot who it was. They got the South Park license, and then they finished the game finally and put it out.
God, can we get that thing of like thorns? Because that thing was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Surprise security guards kicked your ass.
Development of South Park took 4 years, beginning in 2009.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense then.
Matt and Trey contacted Obsidian Entertainment to discuss their desire to make a South Park game. Parker, a fan of Obsidian games including Fallout, New Vegas, wanted to create a role-playing game, a genre which he and Stone had enjoyed since childhood. Parker and Stone insisted the game must replicate the show's visual style. Parker's original concept was for the South Park version of the 2011 role-playing fantasy game Elder Scrolls V on Skyrim. And he estimated the first script. He estimated the first script he produced to be 500 pages long. The South Park Digital Studios team animated a concept of the game's opening scene to show what they wanted to accomplish with Obsidian in terms of appearance and gameplay mechanics. While the series had inspired several licensed games such as South Park and South Park Rally, Parker and Stone were not involved in these games' development and later criticized the title's quality. Negative reactions to those games made the pair protective of their property and led to their greater involvement in Stick of Truth.
Hey, I got the fire kill.
Nice.
Oh, is that another thing? To put
That's
the
an
magic?
Bro.
Oh. Never mind.
They refused several requests to license the series to new ventures. They worked closely with Obsidian, sometimes having 2 or 3 hour meetings on over 4 consecutive days. They worked with Obsidian until 2 weeks before the game was shipped. The involvement extended beyond creative input. Their company initially financed the game, believing that the game based on the controversial television show would struggle to receive financial support from publishers without them placing restrictions on the content to make it more marketable. The initial funding was intended to allow Obsidian to develop enough of the game to show a more complete concept to potential publishers. In December 2011, THQ announced that they would work with Obsidian on South Park the game, as it was then known. This partnership developed into a publishing arrangement after the South Park owner Viacom, having grown wary of video games, cut its funding. Obsidian was aware when it signed with THQ that the latter was experiencing financial difficulties. In March 2012, Microsoft canceled Obsidian's upcoming Xbox One project, codenamed North Carolina, after 7 months of development, resulting in the layoff of between 20 and 30 employees, including members of the Stick of Truth team.
Wow.
In May 2012, the game's final title was announced. In December 2012, THQ filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy after suffering several product release failures. Stick of Truth remained on schedule as THQ tried to use the bankruptcy period to restructure and return its business to profit, but the company failed to find a buyer, and a Delaware court ordered the THQ was worth more if its assets were sold individually. The rights to Stick of Truth were auctioned in late December 2012. Obsidian was not made aware of the sale until the auction was announced. Southport Digital Studios filed an objection to the auction, stating that THQ did not have the authority to sell the publishing rights, and that THQ had been granted exclusive use of specific Southport trademarks and copyrights. Southport Digital also argued that even if the rights were sold, THQ would still owe them $2.27 million, and that they held the option of reclaiming all elements of the game and Southport-related creations.
So they held it ransom.
Basically. THQ requested that the court overrule Southport Digital, stating that their rights were exclusive and thus transferable. On January 24th, 2013, the United States Bankruptcy Court approved the sale of THQ's assets, including Stick of Truth. The rights were bought by Ubisoft for $3.2 million. Within 3 weeks, they had decided that the game required significant changes, pushing its release date back 6 months to March 2014. Parker and Stone, with input from Ubisoft Creative Consultant, concluded that their original vision would take too long and would be too costly to produce.
Yeah.
In a 2014 interview, Obsidian leader Fergus Urquhart, probably saying that wrong, said he could not comment on any changes that were made following Ubisoft's involvement. Stick of Truth was officially released to manufacturing on February 12, 2014.
Bird nests.
What about them?
Why do I?
You just do them.
Okay.
They're just shit. Junk to sell.
Okay.
Following its release, Stone said that the work involved in making the game was much more than he and Parker had anticipated. He said, "I'll admit to the fact that we retooled stuff that we didn't like, and we worked on the game longer than other people would have liked us to."
Which makes me feel like really excited for
Oh yeah.
the next game.
No, they said after this game was done, they were like, "We're never making a video game again." Like they hated it, right? And then like, of course, that was like when they announced Fractured But Whole at E3, like, and they came out and they talked about it. That was one of the first things that happened. It was like, I thought like you guys never want to make a game again, and they were like, "Yeah, but after like you get past the development mindset." And it's like 6 months later, and everyone loved the game, and like we thought about it, and like it actually was really cool. Like we want to like go all in again and actually do it like a full game. Because this one was still very much them like learning game development.
Yeah.
So now like Fractured like looks so much better.
Yeah. Even though it's like so similar.
Not though. Like it looks similar as far as the style and everything.
Oh yeah,
but
they changed everything.
It's now a tactics game. Like you have a grid now, and you can.
Oh, can I only shoot shit every once in a while?
Oh, maybe. Maybe if you succeed in doing it, maybe it's only so often. Oh, Twitch is gonna take us down now.
Damn it.
Fucking nudity.
It wasn't real nudity.
No, it's not.
It was implied nudity.
And isn't there like, there's just such thing as artistic nudity, right?
There it is.
Fucking there's nude statues and stuff
Let's
like
go on the
in
creative
public
channel.
all the time, and that's not like controversial.
Okay, so perks. So, I'm
New
guessing the
perks.
ranged one maybe.
Because you need more range damage.
Well, okay, so
let's
I
look
did
through
these
these
two.
first. Let's see. What do you have? You have which ones?
I have the melee does
Melee
more
extra
damage,
damage.
extra PP.
Okay.
PP when using an item, which would be good.
Debuff supply, do less one turn less, max health.
Which I've been doing okay on, so that's what
Yeah,
it was.
using a potion gives you attack up, which is kind of cool. Increased damage when you're injured.
Once again, not a big
Additional
deal.
damage when burning, bleeding.
Nah.
You don't have much stuff to do that yet. That one might be good because you
Okay,
do.
'cause I
You
have
are
I have the
burning
stuff right
people.
now. You know, one's
Become a
not
little bit
inflicting
smaller.
extra damage. So I take the
Oh,
less
piss
damage.
off enemies.
Take great. You could.
Okay. I
Well,
might
then
go for
the-
the fire one
This one was the other one.
when they're grossed out. Yeah. So it's just extra damage when they're
Yeah.
debuffed.
Okay, so I think you're right. The
Your-
fire one's probably.
for now, your fire one's probably good. It might go away eventually, but it's still probably a good point to have.
Yeah.
For me, at least, bleed was my focus when I played. because you can get like 4 or 5 stacks of bleeding on people.
Yeah.
So like, and it does. When you have 4 or 5 stacks of bleeding on an enemy, it does a lot of damage every turn.
Yeah. I really just want thorns. You really want thorns?
Yeah, Thorns was good.